You will see the Denver Broncos hosting the Baltimore Ravens. Others will see the Bengals and the 49ers or the Steelers square off against the Oilers, or regional action. 21 seconds remaining of the half. Third down and 9 for the Eagles at the Dolphin 38-yard line. And Denver again connects with Marseille.
Call timeout right now. Flag down. We'll stop the clock. See if the official, he's going to stop the clock and not going to call the timeout against, and roughing the passer. That's a 15-yarder at the end of the play.
Norman Hand involved along with Zach Thomas on the tackle. Say with his third catch. And now Detmer comes over to find out the interpretation. Here it is.
Personal foul, roughing the passer by the defense, number 96. Helmet-to-helmet contact with the quarterback.
Well, that is one time Philadelphia Eagle defensive end Daniel Stubbs called on the penalty.
Daniel Stubbs doesn't think it's a penalty because the call was he went towards the head. He went at the head. And the quarterbacks are being protected by the referees. For those reasons, they don't want him to get hurt. Ty Detmer was hit in the Dallas game. It was not goofy. He really doesn't remember the last part of the Dallas game from a hit just like that.
He was not goofy.
Goofy or woozy. Woozy or goofy.
And a first down at the 12-yard line. I love when you talk technical, so 13 seconds remaining in the half. And Detmer throwing for the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Say. Defended by J.B. Brown.
If Brown doesn't get that head around, the interference call in the end zone would put the ball on the 1-yard line, and I'm not sure he got his head around in this particular instance. Here's J.B. Brown looking at the defender, at the receiver, and he goes up, never turns his head around, but apparently never touched the receiver. If he puts his hand on that receiver with his head still looking at the receiver, the official can call it. That looked like just an overthrown pass. Means no penalty anyway.
10 seconds remaining in the half. Eagles do have 2 timeouts remaining. And again, Detmer looking end zone. And throwing. Touchdown! Irving Fryar again. And he beats Terrell Buckley.
And I know why Jimmy Johnson is going to be mad when this play's over with. They had a blitz on. Zach Thomas was among the blitzers, and he got hit immediately. And just kind of stood there. So there was man-to-man coverage down the field with no pressure on the quarterback. The result, a touchdown. See the blitz coming. There you see it. He gets hit, but he doesn't keep coming. He just waits. So the quarterback has plenty of time. Well, when you've got a blitz on, you're leaving everybody else man-to-man. The extra point is good.
So Irving Fryar, who played the past 3 years for Miami, signed with the Eagles as a free agent, has caught all 3 touchdown passes. Oh, Jimmy Johnson is upset once again. He was indicating that there should have been a holding penalty on that last play, the touchdown with Detmer connecting with Fryar.
There was a lot of time for Ty Detmer to find the open receiver, Irving Fryar, and Jimmy Johnson from the sideline, or maybe somebody upstairs pointed out that there was holding. Let's see if we can see it right here. It looked like you could see, at least the impression of it. Barrett Brooks pulled Shane Burton down right at the very end. To your left of the screen, right there. I think he has a complaint.
And now the kickoff by Anderson. He bounces it, and it's picked up by one of the up men as time runs out. Backup tight end Frank Wainwright. And a little extracurricular activity. Sylvester Wright of the Eagles getting involved with O.J. Brigance, backup linebacker of the Dolphins.
Let's see if this is post-possession.
Offsetting personal fouls on both teams after the play. The half is over. The fouls are not enforced by rule. And that's the end of the first half.
So a splendid first half for Ty Detmer. 13 of 18, 143 yards, 3 touchdown passes to Irving Fryer. And at the half, it's the Eagles 21-11 over the Dolphins. Now let's go to Greg Gumbel in New York. Marv Albert with Sam Weish. The Eagles over the Dolphins as we head to the second half, 21-11. Jimmy Johnson, Sam, is still upset about what he felt was a holding call on that third touchdown pass from Detmer to Fryer. This is moments ago when he came out for the second half.
Which means that they went in there at halftime and the coaches were confirming what Jimmy Johnson saw. Watch the left tackle right here, Barrett Brooks against Shane Burton. You see the left arm reach behind him. Now watch it as he pursues the quarterback, pull down. That's holding every day of the week. Classic example of it. And really should have been seen. The problem is the official, Ed Hockley, a referee, is standing to the right. And he is not able to see what takes place on the left. Marv, watch how Irving Fryer makes a move to the outside, then comes back inside. Look at Terrell Buckley jumping on the outside move. Irving Fryer wide open for the touchdown just before the half. And that makes it a 10-point ball game, 21-11. But Jimmy Johnson legitimately has reason to be upset.
Terrell Buckley, the man who replaced Troy Vincent, who is now the starting left corner for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the second half is underway. The return by Irving Spikes. Oh, he took a pop. As he crossed the 25, he was hit by Sylvester Wright. He's played well on special teams. A 20-yard return by Spikes. And we'll check out the Coors Light halftime statistics. The Eagles with 13 first downs. Done a nice job on the ground thanks to Ricky Waters, 94 yards. In all, 237 total yards as Ty Detmer has had an outstanding first half. 13 of 18, 143 yards, 3 touchdowns, picked off once. And Craig Erickson, 9 of 16, 116 yards, 1 touchdown, and an intercept. They start out from the 28-yard line and it's to the ground for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the rookie out of UCLA, who was met by Andy Harmon and Mark Woodard.
Mark Woodard is usually the third down linebacker, starting the second half, though, at outside linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles, and in place of Ray Farmer. Remember, Ray Farmer came to this team as a strong safety out of Duke and was moved in as a linebacker on the draft.
2nd and 9, and Abdul-Jabbar tried the other side, could not make the turn, met by Thomas and Willis. Well, the MetLife blimp is today co-piloted by a good friend of yours, Sam, Snoopy, dressed as the famous World War I flying ace. And today, it says right here, rather than searching the skies for the Red Baron, Snoopy is enjoying NFL football action here in the city of brotherly love. It's a 3rd and 13 at the 25. Fred Barnett is in now for the Dolphins. Out of the shotgun. Look out. Erickson avoiding the blitz. Completing to McPhail. And Jarris McPhail puts the speed on and races inside the 45-yard line. He's tackled by the free safety, Brian Dawkins, and that's a 30-yard pass play.
Jarris McPhail is their third down back, and in the opinion of a lot of people around the Dolphin offices there, he may be as good as the whole bunch of running backs that they've got. Good job right here by Craig Erickson. He knew he was going to get hit. There was no more time to let anything develop downfield. Put the ball to McPhail, who I think probably sensed that this one had to be hurried because of the rush.
A 5th-round draft pick from East Carolina, Jarris McPhail. Here's Erickson on first down, and now he is taken down by Andy Harmon. 2nd sack of the day by the Eagles. The other was a cover sack by Red Hall, and Harmon with his 1st sack of the season.
And he hurt his knee in the 3rd preseason game this year and was out, had arthroscopic surgery, missed the first 5 ball games. Took a thing. Craig Erickson makes a mistake. Remember, we talked about step up into the pocket. Don't step back. That's where the tackles, the offensive linemen are pushing the pass rush behind the quarterback. When you back up, you run into sack problems, and Andy Harmon was happy about it.
Now, this is a guy who had 11 sacks last season an unheralded player. You mentioned the arthroscopic knee surgery. He says he's still working the rust off. Again, the good rush. And the pass incomplete, intended for the backup tight end, Frank Wainwright, covered by strong safety Michael Zordich. It brings up a 3rd and 20.
They blitzed James Willis, the middle linebacker that time. Jimmy Johnson wants to see if there was a roughing the passer that should have been called. Number 50, James Willis. No problem right there. He's coming in. There was no head-to-head contact. Just a clean tackle. Now, the referee, Ed Hockley, is going to make sure, though, that nothing further happens.
Miami on 3rd and long today, converting on 4 of 6. Juristic fail. And once again, the Dolphins, hoping that he could make more out of it this time, could not. He was met by Zordich and Dawkins. And the punting unit will come on. John Kidd will punt for only the 2nd time this afternoon. 3 minutes have gone by in the 3rd quarter. The Eagles 21 and the Dolphins 11. 3 touchdown passes from Ty Detmer to Irving Fryer. That's Mark Say back at his 10-yard line. Mark Say, who spent the last 3 years with the San Diego Chargers. Line drive, handled by Say. And he's taken down at about the 18-yard line. A 36-yard punt, 6-yard return. Izzo and Brigance combined on that stop. It is an overcast 55-degree day in Philadelphia. Dan Marino taking off the warm-up jacket. I don't know, Sam, any significance to that?
Well, it's still chilly, so that's part of it. I don't think he would come into this ballgame until the 4th quarter for reasons we mentioned earlier. But this is the kind of situation that might tempt Jimmy Johnson to do it.
He is listed as the 3rd or the emergency quarterback. Waters finding a hole on the left side. Stopped by Lewis Oliver as the Eagles go back to the offense. They are leading the Dolphins 21-11 with 11 and a half remaining in this 3rd quarter.
And the drive tried with 3 touchdowns in that first half, a punt, and of course the big interception that kept Miami in it. Otherwise, this one could be a wide margin.
Yes, free safety Sean Wooden picking one off in the end zone that led the Dolphins back down the field. 2nd down and 3 at the 25-yard line. Waters gunning for the 1st down. So Waters has run the ball now 13 times for 98 yards. He ran 110 yards, 27 carries last week, his 3rd 100-yard rushing game of the season, and headed to number 4. It will be a 3rd and a half yard. Third down and about a half a yard. The tight end Jimmy Johnson in motion. Waters. Good job by the Dolphins. We'll have to see where they spot the ball. Shane Burton making that stop. And they're calling for the yardsticks. I mentioned the name Jimmy Johnson, the other Jimmy Johnson, a member of the Philadelphia Eagles wearing number 88. He's a backup tight end in his 8th season out of Howard. Spent time with the Redskins, the Lions, the Chiefs, and now Philadelphia.
Starting to rain here. We've had rain up until game time, but nothing until just moments ago. You know, we talked to Ray Rhodes. He wanted to get Charlie Garner. We got the 1st down, continuing the drive for the Eagles, but wanted Charlie Garner to get more snaps in this particular ball game. But you get into the heat of a ball game and you've got a player that's playing well, as Ricky Waters is, you just don't seem to get it done. And Charlie Garner is ready, of course, wants to play, and he's waiting in the wings, and a good one.
One of the NFL's most explosive running backs, but cannot get the playing time. Denver off the roll, completing. Chris T. Jones tackled by Zach Thomas. And for Jones, that's his 3rd reception of the day.
Both sides are starting to move the quarterback around a little bit. Earlier in the game, they were just dropping back with good protection. Ty Detmer rolls to his right just a little bit. The receiver is just going to run. Christy Jones, he runs about 5 yards down the field, makes a sharp plant, turns to the outside. The ball is thrown on time. 6'3", 209 yards. They really think this guy has a bright future. Only in his 209 pounds, but only in his second year. A lot to learn, but he's got all the tools.
Well, we talked with him the other day. He says he knows he is very